Okay, so today we're going to talk about offer review dates and if the seller should stick to that date to actually look at all offers, or should they consider accepting an early offer. I wish I had an easy answer for you, but I don't. Every situation is different, and ultimately, it's the seller of the home that gets to make that decision. But I wanted to talk about it today because it's a pretty big topic of discussion in our sales meeting within our office. And in today's seller market, it's very common for a house to go up for sale, usually a Wednesday or Thursday or maybe a Friday, and then they allow over the weekend for buyers to come tour the home, and they set an offer due date by Monday or Tuesday. In that situation, you want to get buyers through the house, give everybody a chance to see it, and then have everybody have an opportunity to submit an offer. And then you're hoping to get multiple offers that escalate to get you top dollar for your house. But the market is so competitive to where more often than not, especially in the very desirable areas, the buyers do throw in early offers that are very compelling. So as a seller, you might find yourself in a position it's Saturday morning or Sunday or whatever, and you got an offer that is more money than you thought you were going to get for your house to begin with, and you're left with a decision to make. Should you accept this early offer because some would argue a bird in hand is better than two in a bush, or should you offer the originally set date and wait till Monday or Tuesday or whatever it was? And gosh, I don't even know how I feel about this. It's really hard to decide, and again, every situation is different. Some would argue that the right thing to do is that if you set an offer due date, is to honor it, to make sure you give everybody a chance to see the home and have an opportunity to bid. And honestly, in most cases, you as a seller do end up getting more money that way. However, there have been instances where that might not be the case, and you actually might make a lot more money if you accept an early offer. And one example is one colleague broker in our office shared that they got an early offer on the house. The seller decided to wait until the offer due date a few days later, and then ultimately sold the house for $100,000 less. So what happened is early offers are usually very strong right out of the gate. It's just a set price, set terms. And again, the buyers try to make it very compelling. They try to make it too good to turn down for the seller. In that particular instance, the sellers decided to wait. The same buyer who made an early offer still bought the house, but when they resubmitted their offer by due date, they put it on an escalation clause, which basically means they were still willing to pay up to a certain amount, but in order for the price to escalate, they had to have competing offers at that same price range. So what happened is they only got one other offer. It wasn't as close as the original offer, so this one only escalated a little bit, and ultimately they lost out on $100,000. So yes, that is the exception. That doesn't always happen, and I don't have a right answer for you. You as a seller get to make that decision. But I thought it was a very interesting topic to discuss and something to think about. And it's really a hard decision to make if you put yourself in the seller's shoes. And to kind of close out, when I represent buyers, I always use this strategy. I know that some sellers prefer to have a bird in hand than two in the bush. So what we usually do is we attempt to submit an early offer. We make it very compelling. And there's been cases where the seller got excited and accepted our offer early, and everyone is happy. There's been cases where they were considering it, but not a flat out yes. And then I really drive it home by saying, hey, we already showed our cards. You clearly know that my client wants this home very bad, and chances are we'll still be here on Tuesday resubmitting our offer. However, please be sure to communicate to the seller that when we do resubmit our offer, it's not just going to be a fixed price as it is today. It'll certainly be on an escalation clause, and some of the terms might not be as favorable. So all in all, if you don't have competing offers to drive up our price where it is today, they may actually leave a lot of money on the table. And that strategy has also worked for me in the past, where the sellers thought about it a bit more and ended up accepting our offer early. So anyway, I wish there was some sort of a rule of thumb. Probably most agents would agree that the rule of thumb is, and we always try to do the right thing and convince the seller to honor the date if one was set. But we have to remember that it's ultimately their decision, it's their home, and our job is just to explain to them what are the potential upsides and downsides of either scenario. So I'm curious, what do you think? If you recently sold your house, did you get any early offers? Did you get multiple offers? Or what would you do if you got an early offer that was too good to turn down? Would you take it or would you wait it out? Let me know.